Good morning, everyone. A very good morning to everyone. So, welcome to Logic Labs Technologies. And soon we are going to start with our session at 6 a.m. So, let all the attendees get joined. So, just confirm me, am I audible to you all? Just raise your hand, which will acknowledge me that yes, I am audible to you properly. I have enabled a chat with you all so that you can keep into a chat as well. It's a very thank you. Still 5 minutes to go, 5 to 6 minutes. Until then, you can give your small intros by yourself. I'm allowing you to talk, Shahid Khan Patan. So you all are working or a student? Morning, Kishore. Yes, a very good morning to everyone. So we are waiting here for 2 more minutes so that let all the attendees get joined. So, yes, so let's start with our today's day one session. Okay, so as today is the commence date of this batch 258, which is Linux administration, that is RHCSA, that is Red Hat Certified System Administrator. Okay. So first of all, I would like to welcome you all to our Logic Labs Technologies. My name is Sonika and I am your trainer for your RHCSA batch. Okay. Our batch number is 258. Okay. Which will be easier for us to identify if we need any communication with our technical team or the support team, it would be easier to identify that which batch student you are. Okay. So, introducing myself. So, as I said that my name is Sonika. I am working as an Linux system administrator in one of the organization. Even I have written multiple technical documents. Okay. So being a trainer, I have trained multiple students prior, and I have also conducted multiple batches. And regarding our batch, okay, so as I told that today is the day one session, that is the commence date is 10th of January 2024. The timing of our batch will be in the morning 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Okay, the course fees will be 5,900 INR. Okay, it is INR. Who all are outside India, they can just convert this INR into USD or whatever country currency you people have. Okay, the course duration will be of 4 weeks. 4 weeks in the sense we'll be conducting batches from Monday to Friday. Each session will be of 1 hour. 5 days a week. Okay. And if you have any queries, you can just take a screenshot of these numbers, or you can please take a note of these numbers where you can get connected to Logic Labs Technologies, and it will be easier for you to get clear with your queries. And regarding the sessions, the first 5 sessions will be free to all the attendees. How see today is the day one session. Likewise, day two, day three, day four, and day five. Until day five, all the sessions will be free to all the attendees. Okay. So after the sixth session, okay, after the sixth session, the Zoom meeting link will be shared to all the paid registered participants only. Okay, there will be no batch shiftings. Even though if you are not able to attend the batch, if any emergency or if you have any personal things, that time you can attend the recordings which are being uploaded onto your dashboard. Who all are new to Logic Labs Technologies, get to know that whenever you get registered to the batch, you will have your own login ID and password, that you will have your own credentials where you will get logged in. You will have your own dashboard access. Okay. In that dashboard access, you will able to find each and every recording of our sessions day wise. As today is the day one session, into the dashboard, the day one session will be uploaded, and the notes, that is the PDFs, will be uploaded onto your dashboard. Okay. So those who cannot attend the regular thing, or those who want to revise their sessions, they can go through the recording session, and there is no any limitation for this LMS Graphy recording. Okay, it is a lifetime access until you have the this thing access to your dashboard. Okay, and I will come back to your query, Sohel. So just let me complete the entire part. Okay, so see, for the session updates, whatever session updates will be there, you need to join this WhatsApp community where you will get the, just sharing the link with you all. This is the WhatsApp community group, which will help you stay connected with Logic Labs and as well as the Linux administration batch updates. Okay, so that you will not miss any of the updates related to this batch. So please do join this WhatsApp community group. See, all the session recordings and the notes will be accessed through LMS Graphic. Logic Labs support team will be available from Monday to Saturday in between 9 a.m. to 7 a.m. so that they can resolve any of your queries. Even we have our mail address, that is support@logiclabstech.com. So these are the contact numbers. So yes, do you have any queries related to the batch information that I have provided to you? You can just raise your hands, I can unmute you, or also you can keep into a chat box. Total, yes, Sachin. Total duration of the course will be of 4 weeks. Okay, 4 weeks in the sense 20 days or more than it might take up till 25 to 28 days. Okay, we need to perform multiple practicals. We are going to moreover focus on to command line oriented, right? Total operating system, you people will be learning into CLI mode, and each and every, even on basic to advanced, each and every command will be clarified to you. 5 classes a week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday and Sunday will be as usual week offs as to the working professionals. Okay, so some you might be new students, some might be a working profession, depends upon the attendees. Okay, but we have regularized it into Monday to Friday. Okay, so that's great that you people have clarified with this. So yes, now coming back to Sohail Khan. Yes, we do have practical labs which we'll be configuring into the virtual machines. Okay, we are going to enable multiple VMs. See, this is an RHC SA batch, System Administrator. Okay, once you'll go through the course content, you will come to know. And test servers are not possible because we do not allow any of the test servers over here right now. But in spite, whatever the server configurations will be doing onto the virtual machines. Even we are going to see the EC2 machine instance that we are going to launch onto the Amazon Web Services. Okay. So in VMs, we can configure multiple guest machines where we can connect those machines to each other. Yes, Sohail Khan, not only Red Hat. See, once you will learn this Linux CLI more, you can work on multiple Linux distros. Red Hat and CentOS are same. The minor difference in between them, I'll be explaining you into the entire session. You will learn Ubuntu, as well as Debian 11. Then multiple other uh, multiple Linux distros are. See, what is this course about? This is of Linux base, which will you will be able to work on multiple Linux distros. Okay, everything. See, Linux is an open source code, right? Operating system. So the whatever updates, whatever new versions are released by the developers, those are not related to the basic of the Linux. Whatever those are related to the packages. So it differentiates between the packages itself, where the command differs, but the basic to advanced commands will remain the same. Related to the packages, it will change itself. And what is the difference? You will get to know into the entire session. Okay. So, preparing of the exam. See, once you get once you get cleared with your Linux basics, okay, like creation of any of the group, creation of the user, resetting of the roots password. Whenever you guys are attending the this thing exam, that then the first query for you people will be to reset the roots password. Okay, I'm just giving you one example. Not an example, sorry. That is the first question which will be there for you into CSA exam. Until and unless you crack the roots password, okay, you cannot access your question paper of RSCSA. Okay. So what I mean to say is, until and unless you get clear with all the basics, means how to operate the operating system, it will be difficult for you to clear with your exams. And I will arrange you with the dumps. Dumps are available with me. Okay, I can update you. You can try once you complete with your session, you try to solve those paper by yourself. Okay, as everything will be easier for you to handle the OS onto the CLI mode. Okay, and I'll be connected with you to entire even after the batches are completed. Okay, so you can get connected with me. I'll have a discussion with you regarding the terms as well as the queries you people will be facing. Okay. Okay, so is that clear with you, Sachin and Sohel? Yes. Dumps is not a big thing. I can arrange you. And once you're clarified with your basic OS, it will be a very easy for you to uh, easy for you to clarify with your dumps. Okay. So that's great. Anyone else has any queries? You can just keep me in a chat box so that I will start up with the course content that we are going to cover into our Linux administration batch. Okay. So coming back to our course content. So what all we'll be covering into our Linux batch. So as this is the RHCSA batch, it is Red Hat Certified System Administration batch. Okay. Means you will be learning this system administrator, how what will be your roles when you'll be an system admin. What all knowledge you people should have being a system administrator to monitor and manage the multiple servers. Okay, so let us come to the course content. What all you'll be learning in this. So the overview of the Linux operating system. Okay, first you'll be knowing come to know what is a Linux operating system exactly, why Linux operating system is used at a higher level. Okay, where is Linux operating system used? Why you should learn about the Linux? What is this role of a system admin? What is a system administrator? And what is the role being in sysadmin? Why Linux is more secure? Okay, Linux distributions. We'll be seeing multiple Linux distros. Okay, how and where we can install the Linux OS. We'll be seeing three platforms where we are going to install our Linux operating system. Okay, so next comes with the Red Hat Enterprise Linux installation guide. That is onto the virtual machine. It might be VMware, it might be Oracle. Okay, I'm using Oracle virtual machine. On that, we are going to launch multiple VMs for our practice sessions. Next is the online. We have one online site where we can practice our commands. Okay, that I'm going to show you how we can practice the basic commands onto the online without installation of the OS. We'll be using 8.4 version. Okay, the latest is 9 version, but as of now we are going to use 8.4 version. Okay, because that is only available on our Red Hat this thing, redhat.com developers site. Okay, we are going to download the ISO image, fresh ISO image from the Red Hat site only. Okay, so whatever the latest will be there, it will be only downloaded. So the third comes the cloud computing platform, which is AWS. There are multiple cloud computing platforms. First is the AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. Then comes the related to Microsoft, that is uh, cloud computing platforms. Google is having cloud computing. Amazon is having AWS, and Microsoft is having Azure, right? Where they are going to manage their EC2 instances. Means we are going to install a Linux operating system onto Amazon Web Services. That is a cloud computing platform. So that will be one practical conducted for you people. Okay, how to create an instance, how to launch an instance, how we get connected with the help of putty to that instance by the key and all. Okay, so next comes the basic and advanced commands. We'll be covering all the basic commands. Okay, and then moving on to the advanced command so that we can operate the Linux operating system very smoothly, like listing, renaming, creating, deleting the files and the directories, checking date, calendar, manuals for the commands, compressing and decompressing using tar, gzip, gunzip command, find command. We are going to see multiple cases into the find command, grep command, locate command, pipe command. Okay, these all are the advanced commands. Into the basic commands, we will be covering multiple uh, basic commands, not only which are mentioned over here, but we are going to see many. Next comes the file system. What is the file system and what is the file system structure into the Linux operating system? Okay. Next comes the VI file editor. So what is VI file editor? Means whenever in Windows we create a file, it is easier for us to just right click it, create it, go to new file, and we start writing onto that file. But in Linux, onto CLI mode, how you are going to create a file, how you are going to edit a file, and how you are going to print that particular file's content will be seen over here. See how we can create and edit a file through VI editor. Because see, in Linux, each and everything is a file. And each and everything that we are going to configure onto server, we need to make the changes to its configuration files. Okay, so it is necessary to learn how we can manage and manipulate the files into the Linux. So there are multiple editors like VI, VIM, Nano is there. But here we are going to learn the VI editor, and VIM is also similar to VIM is also similar to VI. Okay, and Nano is bit different. Okay, but the basic who all are using now is a VI editor onto the regular usage. Okay, so next comes the user and group management. We are going to see how the users and groups are created and modified and managed onto the Linux operating system. Gaining the super user access to the SU and sudo, managing local user accounts, managing local group accounts, managing user passwords. Okay, we are going to see how the passwords are being stored into the Linux operating system. Because see, being a sysadmin, you need to handle multiple users and groups. So we are going to cover with those entire sessions. Next comes, there are five set of permissions that we are going to see. First are the default permissions, that is the umask value. Second one comes with the file permissions, where we're going to see changing the permissions for the files to the owner, group, and others. That is the chmod, chown, and chgroup, chage command as well. Okay, it is not mentioned here. Chage command. Next, we are going to see advanced file permissions, that is to set user ID, SUID, and SGID. Next comes this sticky bit. The fifth permission is sticky bit that we are going to cover into our topic. So next comes the links. So what are links that we are going to cover? Soft link, how we are going to create a hard link, that is to create a shortcut of that particular file into the OS. Okay, then we are going to see monitoring and managing the Linux processes. Okay, what processes exactly are there into the Linux? What are the background processes? What are the foreground processes? Okay, zombie processes, daemon processes that we are going to see. How we can kill a process, monitoring process activities, how we can monitor the processes that are running onto the server. Okay, monitoring and managing the Linux processes. Okay, how we can manage those processes. That entire thing will be covered into this topic. Next comes controlling and services and daemons. Okay, what is it? Like whenever we configure the servers, there is a need to have a control over the services and the daemons. Okay, so that we are going to see with the systemctl command. Okay, identifying automatically started system processes, controlling system services, using systemctl to manage the services. Okay, so that we are going to see how we can manage the services, those are installed or those are running onto the servers. Next comes analyzing and storing of the logs. Logs are important into the Linux operating system. Okay, as Linux operating system stores the logs, it is said that it is more secure and it helps to troubleshoot what error has caused uh, due to what error has been occurred at the time of the troubleshooting. We are going to see the system log architecture, reviewing system log files. Okay, how log files are stored, and how we can find the errors into these log files. Okay, maintaining the accurate time means at what time the logs have been generated, and which will help us to troubleshoot the any of the error onto the server. So next comes the networking part, managing Red Hat Linux operating system with networking. Okay, we are going to cover the networking concepts, validating networking configuration, editing the network configuration file, configuring host names, and name resolution. Okay, that we are going to cover in this. Next comes installing and updating the software packages. In this, so what are software packages in this? Okay, that we are going to see how the packages are stored and how we need to get connected with the Red Hat Enterprise Linux site, where we need to get a subscription manager registered with our virtual machine, which is configured with the server. Okay, where we can download the packages from the redhat.com site. Okay, see, as Linux operating system is free of cost, the only thing we need to get registered with the redhat.com to our VM machine or the server which is configured onto the VM, which enables us to download multiple software packages for this server configuration. Okay, in that we are going to see yum apt. As the query is about the multiple sources, here it depends about the software packages. Okay, in Red Hat and CentOS will be having yum and rpm packages. Okay, uh, in the rest like Ubuntu, Debian, it will be having the apt packages. Okay, that also I will show you. Next, creating the local repositories, configuring repositories, managing software updates with Yum, enabling Yum software repositories, okay, checking the RPM software repositories, what our availabilities are. Entire thing will be command line oriented. Next comes the cron jobs for the future tasks. We are going to see how we can schedule the cron jobs for the future tasks. Okay, it might be regular backup, it might be to run any of the command after interval of 24 hours, or it might be at the system reboot what we need to find. These all are the future tasks in which we are going to see 8 to 10 cases how we can set the cron jobs. Okay, so because see multiple cron jobs will be running onto the servers. Okay, how to check the running crons are available, those all will be covered into this topic. Next comes with the storage part. So in some cases, if the system, if the server is running out of storage, then there is a need of addition of the partition, right? So how we can manage the basic storage and what is swap and swap storage, adding partition, file systems and mount points, managing swap space. So what is swap space? It will be made understood, and even we are going to create a swap partition, a normal partition, assigning a file system to it, and assigning the mount points to it. Because see, in Linux, only adding a partition will not work out. We need to mount it into a particular directory. Then only it will be started into the usage. Okay. So if, for example, if any of the client is telling that my disk is out of storage and I need an additional partition or I need to increase the storage. So how we are going to add the partition, that we are going to see over here into this topic. A practical will be conducted to each and every topic. Okay. So next comes the managing logical volume. So this is related to the storage itself. Okay. These are said as LVMs. Okay, managing logical volume, are where different physical volumes are combined together to form the volume groups, and then the LVs are created. How we can create the LVMs, that we are going to see entirely into the practical form. We are going to add two partitions. We are going to create the physical volumes. Then we are going to uh, create the VGs, that is the volume group of these physical drives, different drives. And then how we are going to create the LVs, that we are going to see in it. Next comes explaining boot process and controlling the boot process. So how the Linux operating system boots up, that we are going to see, and how we can control the boot process to enter into the grub mode. Excuse me. To enter into the grub mode, where we can enter to the CLI mode, and where we can reset our root's password. We are going to see multiple targets. There are total seven targets into the Linux operating system, that is 0 to 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 targets. So what are those? What are its meaning? That all will be covered into this topic. Next comes the SE Linux part. Okay. So SE Linux part is actually, it is CE, means server administration part. But even I have covered the basic to you all over here, how the uh, how SE Linux can be enabled and disabled. Okay, so that we are going to see in this topic. The overview will be explained how SE Linux is important and how we can enable and disable it. Okay, and this is the end of our course content. Up till here, whatever you will be learning, you will be learning sound knowledge with the CLI mode. Each and every single file, single directory, adding of the partition, managing of the processes, controlling of the daemons, everything will be based onto the CLI mode. Being a system administrator, you need to manage your servers onto the CLI mode only. Okay. So moreover, we'll be focusing onto the command line oriented. Okay. So I have kept also some of the extra session for configuring the server and client. Okay. Means which will help you to recall all the commands, that you have learned into the operating system. Okay. Where it will ease you to operate the operating system. Okay. Through command line while configuring these servers. How you can manage the configuration files into the OS while managing the servers. That all will be recalled for you. And these each and every things PDFs will be uploaded to you all. Each and every task. We are going to configure NFS, FTP, Samba, and web servers. Okay. So this is the part of the course content. Means what all we are going to learn in this. Do you have any queries? You can just ask me. You can keep me in a chat box, or you can raise your hand. Yes, Sohel Khan, you are allowed to talk.
Hey, I just wanted to know when you said you'll be explaining about the boot process. So, will you be also explaining the troubleshooting, like getting into the single user mode and working
Hi.
on the troubleshooting?
Yes, uh, we are going to go to the edit mode of the grub file. Okay, where we are going to see the password resetting, means root's password. See, whenever uh, in some cases it happens that I have forgot my root's password and multiple servers are configured onto that, multiple services are configured onto that server. That time it is not a thing that we should format it, right? Formatting
Yeah.
is not a solution. So the solution is to reset the password. Right. Once we reset it, we are easily again log in to our server. So that part we are going to cover in this.
So, and also I have another question. There is no topic of scripting, like shell scripting or anything of that kind in this. So you will not be not touching that in this course?
Shell scripting, no, because in CSA it is not an topic of related to the shell scripting.
All right.
But see, whenever you want to learn the shell scripting onto the Linux, right? First, you should know the how to operate the Linux operating system. Okay, so you are working or you are a student?
I have been working since 10 years, but I lost touch of the subject since a year or two. So I just wanted to get back.
Retouch it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great that you're working prior as well. So see, once you know all the basics, how to manage the OS, you can learn multiple things into it. What are dependencies there related to the Linux operating system to operate it smooth. Okay, but shell
Understood.
scripting is not covered in this. Yeah.
Got it. And I have always had trouble with clustering services when I used to work as a Linux engineer, right? So you said you will be touching on LVMs. Is there any way you can also touch on, some VCS or other kind of volume management services?
No. As of now, we'll be only seeing the basics, how to add the partition, how to assign the file systems, and after that,
Okay.
how to mount those. And after that, how to add a swap partition. In some cases, see, if the server is running out of memory, that time there is a need to add some extra space for the swap. So how we can add it, that we are going to see, and only for the LVM part, that is the logical volume manager part, we can say.
Okay. Got it.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, very much. Thank you. So, any other attendees have any of the queries, they can just get clarified with your doubts. By the time, just you can think whatever queries you have. I would like to tell you that how the topics are being covered and the PDFs are uploaded to you. Each and every command I have mentioned into the PDF with its explanation. Okay, so this is a starting PDF which will be uploaded to you for the day one session. So, how important is a Linux operating system? So, those who are already working professionals might be knowing the importance of the Linux, right? Ah, yes. The latest one is this only, 8.4 version. Even though I will get confirmed with you by tomorrow. Okay, so because I have written exam past many years. I have not in touch with it. So I'll just confirm with it to you. Related to the version, I'm telling. Okay. The latest is 9, so it might be 8.4 version only, but we'll confirm the same with it. So yes, these all PDFs will be uploaded to you. Okay, what is the Linux operating system? So why Linux operating system is important? As I was telling that those who all are already working professional, they might be knowing the importance of the Linux operating system. Because first of all, comes with its security. Why it is Linux is secure? Because each and everything into the Linux is a file, and the command line users are very less. Excuse me. And as the Linux is CLI mode based, the hardware configuration investment is very low and it is more secure as it is entirely onto the CLI mode. Each and every file or the directory, if we need to access, being a normal user, it has very restrictions. Easily, none of the normal user can access to the entire operating system. Okay, so what it is highly secure. Most of the banking sectors, they have the servers which are configured with the AIX and Unix based. Unix is nothing but it is the improvised version of the Linux. So multiple servers are configured with the Linux operating system into multiple banking sectors for the security purpose, and where the it has the heavy storage capacity of the database as it is totally CLI mode. The GUI is not there into this, which requires a heavy hardware configuration. Okay, so the hardware investment is also low over here. Being an business who those who are doing the businesses related to whatever it's digitalization, they need to host their websites, manage their databases, they will be moving with the Linux servers. Okay, so where the Linux operating systems are used, those are used into the NASA centers, healthcare, where all it is used, what all can be configured onto the Linux, where we can configure web servers, database servers, file servers, email servers, and any multiple other shared servers. Okay, many financial institutes means banking sectors. So why we should learn about Linux? See, monitoring Linux system, we are going to cover into this, how we can monitor the server, how we can check the load to a server, how we can check with the memory usage, or we can check how the load is there due to which particular service. Okay, which particular directory, how much storage is there, everything will be covered in this. Okay, and related to the performance fine tuning, it depends. Means if the server is taking a load onto which service it is taking, on that we are going to troubleshoot it. Okay, so it depends onto different services which is taking a load onto the server. So next, coming to our topic, why you should learn about the Linux, its importance is given, what will be your role being in system administration. So see why it is more secure. So multiple points are there. So the Linux distributions, there are multiple Linux distributions into the uh, availability onto the Linux platforms. So how and where we can install our Linux operating system. So these all things will be covered into one PPT. This is the one. The same. What I'm showing is what all notes or what all PDFs will be uploaded to you. I'm just showing you with the demos of it. Okay. Next comes related to the guide, installation guide. What is virtual machine is explained into a simple elaboration format. Next comes each and every step, how to install an VM, how to create an VM, and how to download the iOS, as well as how to install the iOS onto the VM, and how we can create a networked bridge adapter in between the host machine and the client machine that we are going to cover it. Next method is to create the AWS instance. How we are going to create it, that we are going to see. And once the EC2 machine is created, how we are going to get connected to the server from our host machine with the help of the putty, we are going to see. We are going to cover with the WinSCP, that is sharing the files in between the Linux and the Windows platform. The third is the online practicing mode, that is the ballad.org, that we are going to see how we can uh, how we can practice the commands onto this ballad.org. Basic commands. So into this PDF, you'll be seeing multiple commands with its explanation. So it will be easier for you people to recall each and every command at the time of practicing. Okay. So these are the commands, basic commands like creating, listing, deleting the files and the directories, which are very much important. Not only basic, but these are very, very important commands, where once you are an Linux admin, you will be managing your OS with the help of the files and the directories itself. There will be no any GUI mode that will help you to just give a double click and enter into a file. No, everything will be file that you need to manage with these commands. Okay, how to redirect to that particular directory, how to rename the file, how to rename the directory, how we can copy the old file data into a new file data, how we can move the directories from old directory to a newer directory. Okay, how we can check the file type into say. In Windows, you can right click it, go to properties of a file, you will come to know the file type. But here, no, you have to fire the command to get to know the file type, to date. Okay, how we can read the large files. Configuration files are very much larger, and how we can read it screen wise, that we are going to see into this basic command. Next comes the file system structures. Okay, so each and every explanation is given. What is file system? What are the types? How we can check the file system that is assigned to our server. Okay. So file system structure, how the files are stored into the structure format. Okay. Into multiple Linux distros. This is the common file system structure. Okay, into this structure only, each and every important OS files are stored in it, which will help us to run and configure our operating system into the server and make it to run smoothly. Okay, so this is the file system structure of the Linux operating system, which is same to all the Linux distros. Okay, so each and every elaboration I have provided into your PDF, and the structured format is given over here, means into each and every file what all subfiles, subdirectories are there. So /etc. These are all configuration files which are important while configuring your servers. Okay. So being a system administrator, you should know this file system and the file system structure, where the entire server will be configured and managed into this file system. Okay, at the client area, they can access the server very smoothly. It might be any service that is configured onto the server. Okay, so next is VI file editor. So what is VI file editor? How many modes are there? Total 3 modes are there. Okay, first is the insert mode, second is the execute mode. Each and every mode's elaboration I have provided. So at the time of practicing, it will be easier for you to recall the command and the options available to be used at the CLI mode. Okay, and this is the command mode. So in this way, I have designed these PDFs for you people from basic to advanced level, and each and every PDF have the commands in it. So I will show you some more examples. This is the find command. In this, we are going to see 12 cases. Okay. As we need to play with the files into the Linux, find command, grep command, pipe command plays a very important role because we need to search and find the multiple files and the directories into the Linux. Those are located into its own path and created into its own path. How we are going to find it, search it. Okay. So these all are the cases that we are going to cover in it. Input output redirects. What are input output redirects that we are going to see? What is redirection? How important is these redirects? Okay. If into an organization or if into the client, if you have a client who has your own server that you have given to them, that time they might ask you that what error have has it occurred, please send me a text file. That time you can redirect any of the input standards, write an output to the standard output and write an error output to the standard. Means you can create the files of those errors by these commands. Okay, grep command is there. We have seen multiple cases over here. Okay, we have seen 6 cases. Grep command is very much useful. So regarding managing logical volumes, so what is LVM? Advantages? Where all the possibilities of LVMs are there? Okay. So real-time example I have given over here. It need to deploy 2 new applications. Then the developer says that I need 2 different spaces for 2 different applications. Then how you can add a hard disk and assign the LVs to that particular user. Okay, each and every step is mentioned so that while performing the practical, you should not get any of the interruption. So these all PDFs will be uploaded to you session wise, how we cover them. Okay. So multiple are there. Some of them I have shown you. Booting process. Booting process is explained. What is BIOS? What is grub? Okay. What is MBR? Kernel mode, system D, and the default targets, that is the run levels. Cron jobs, we are going to see multiple cron jobs that we can set onto the system. Okay, how we can set it, what is the syntax of it. We have covered examples, cron job. So these all PDFs will be uploaded to you after each and every session. Okay. So do you have any queries in this? Yes. If you have any doubts, you can just raise your hand or keep me in a chat box. See, it will be fun learning the CLI based. Okay. The command line oriented, entirely OS will be managing onto the CLI mode. The commands should be at the tip of your tongue. At the end of our batch, you'll be firm and very good to your CLI mode to manage the Linux operating system based servers. Thank you, Sachin. Okay, so who all are interested, they can give their own introductions. They can raise their hand and they can have an interaction with me. If you people uh, give an intros of yourself. Get you're unmuted, Sachin, I think so. Sachin, not so well.
Hey, Sanika. Yeah, thank you. I have been working as a Linux engineer for more than 12 years now. So, I have recently been moved to some other role in my company, and I got laid off like a couple of months ago. So, I just wanted to be in touch with the technology and not to, get
Exactly.
disturbed during this phase of my layoff. I am based out of US, so
Okay.
I live in Dallas, and I have been into IT for more than 12 years now. I'm for this course for me is like a brush up, and I just want to keep revising it until I get my new job. So that's the reason I am taking this course.
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks.
You'll be get a sound rebrush for your Linux operating. And as you are already worked on it, it will be more easier for you to understand and create an interest in it.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Sachin, you're allowed to talk. No, no, no. I'm not audible to you. There's some interruption. Just a moment. You can please pick up now. Hmm. You are on mute, Sachin, I think so. You can unmute from your end. Sorry to say, but you are not audible. No, you are not audible, Sachin. Yeah, sorry to say, but we are not audible to you.
Am I audible?
Now you
Yep.
are audible.
Is it better?
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
yes, you are
Yes.
audible, Sachin. Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Sachin. I'm in IT for around 18 years now. And I've been working on mostly data center projects, design, manage, build on various platforms. And I have a lot of interaction with Linux, but I feel that, like my skills in Linux obviously uh, are not that great, or I lack in the Linux skills. Um, this is the reason I've enrolled myself for this course to learn about basics and to whatever level this you know this course
Yes,
um,
yes,
curriculum
yes.
allows me to learn. So looking forward to that.
Yes, that's great, Sachin. So here you're going to learn all the basics how to operate an operating system. Okay. And I have also taking some extra sessions to configure the servers. Okay, thank you. Thank you for Sachin and Sohel for introducing themselves. Yes, you were audible. Thank you. Thank you, Sachin. Okay, then. So, join this community. No, don't be sorry. It happens, some of the technical issues. That's not a point. So, it's good that you introduce yourself. Okay, and that's great that you're already have an 18 years of experience. So, which will be easier for you to come to know and understand the CLI based Linux operating system.
Yes, thanks.
Yes. Okay, then. Please do join this WhatsApp community group where you will get the links. As of now, I'm not having the link with me. So please better you join who all have who all are late attendees today. They can join this WhatsApp community group where you will get the course content link as well as the you'll be getting the YouTube link today of this day one recording session. Okay. Day one, day two, and day three free demo sessions will be uploaded into the YouTube as well. Okay. And the day four and the day five session will be free to all the attendees. But even though the YouTubes will not get uploaded with the day four and day five session. Okay. So those who will be the paid participants after the sixth day will get all these sessions onto their dashboard with the PDFs uploaded onto it. Lab sessions means we are going to create the virtual machines onto our host machines only, where we'll get connected, or where we are going to install our Linux operating system. Lab in the sense you are asking for the test servers, right? As see, let me clear you so well. This is the second time that you are asking your question. See, we are into CSA batch. So what is CSA? Certified System Administrator. There are two different categories while learning the operating system. Okay. First is the system administration. Second one is the server administration. Right. The one which we manage the server onto the CLI mode, okay, who has the knowledge to monitor and manage the server is called as a system administrator. And RHCE, that is Red Hat Certified Engineer, is the second part of it, who will be the server administrator. We are the system administrators who are going to manage it. And server administrators, that is RHCE, which is the different course, who will be configuring the multiple servers. We'll be the managers, and the server configuration who all will be managing by the server administrators. We need to go with many levels to reach to be a server administrator. But multiple people learn CE as well. Once they learn CSA, until and unless you know CSA, you cannot switch to CE. Okay, is it clear to you? Even I have tried to cover multiple things from CE to this basic level only. Okay, because I have only designed this CSA PDFs and the course sequence for you all people. Okay. So is it clear so well? Don't get confused. Be clear whatever doubts you have, because once after you get connected to the session or you get paid, that time you said you will be should not get miscommunicated, right? This is the only thing that we are going to learn, each and everything onto the CLI mode. Okay, as multiple or whatever servers are configured, those are configured into the CLI mode only. Okay, even if you have any doubts, you will get cleared into these 5 days. You have entire 5 days to get to know what you are going to learn, what you will be getting throughout this course. Okay, so it's already 7:10. So let's wind up with our session today. And tomorrow we are going to get connected again at 6 a.m. in the morning. So tomorrow is the day 2 session. Please do get joined at 6 a.m. So thank you. Thank you to everyone. Have a great day ahead. So can I wind up the session?